Welcome to Brain Gym, your hub for psychology insights in both English and Urdu. Whether you are fluent in one or both languages, we have got you covered both languages. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below or DM us on Instagram page. Let's learn together. First of all, we will discuss what is branches of psychology, and we can also call them scope of psychology. So the first branch of psychology is clinical psychology. In clinical psychology, psychology is dedicated to understanding, assessing, and treating mental disorders and emotional disturbance. Clinical psychologists work closely with individuals to diagnose their psychological issues and provide therapy to help them manage and overcome their challenges. They use a variety of therapeutic techniques such as cognitive behavioral therapy, which is also known as CBT, psychotherapy, and counseling. Tailored to the individual needs, clinical psychology covers a wide range of conditions including depression, anxiety disorders, personality disorders, and schizophrenia. Second branch of psychology is cognitive psychology. Cognitive psychology focuses on studying mental processes such as perception, memory, attention, language, problem solving, and decision making. It seeks to understand how people acquire, store, process, and retrieve information. Cognitive psychologists conduct research using experiments and observations to investigate topics like learning, memory strategies, cognitive development, and cognitive biases. This field has practical application in education, technology, healthcare, and human-computer interaction. Third branch of psychology is developmental psychology. In developmental psychology, psychologists examine the physical, cognitive, emotional, and social development that occurs throughout the human lifespan. It investigates how individuals grow and change from infancy through childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and into old age. Developmental psychologists study various aspects of development, including motor skills, language acquisition, moral development, identity formation, and social relationships. They use research methods such as longitudinal studies, cross-sectional studies, and naturalistic observations to understand the factors influencing development. Another branch of psychology is social psychology. In social psychology, psychologists explore how individual thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are influenced by the presence of others and social situations. It investigates topics such as social perception, attitude, conformity, obedience, prejudice, aggression, altruism, and group dynamics. Social psychologists study how social norms, cultural influences, group dynamics, and interpersonal relationships shape human behavior. They conduct experiments, survey, and observational studies to uncover the underlying mechanism of social behavior. Branch of psychology is industrial organizational psychology. Industrial organizational psychology applies psychological principles to workplace settings to improve organizational effectiveness and employee well-being. It addresses issues related to personnel selection, job performance, leadership, organizational culture, motivation, work-life balance, and employee training and development. Industrial organizations psychologists work with businesses, government agencies, and non-profit organizations to enhance productivity, job satisfaction, and employee engagement through interventions such as training programs, leadership development, and organizational change initiative. Now, educational psychology. Educational psychology focuses on understanding how people learn and develop within educational environment. It examines factors that influence learning outcomes such as motivation, attention, memory, cognitive development, and instructional strategies. Educational psychologists study topics like student engagement, classroom management, learning disabilities, assessment methods, and educational technology. They apply psychological principles to improve teaching practices, curriculum design, educational policies, and student achievement. Health psychology. Health psychology investigates the psychological factors like influence health, illness, and healthcare behavior. It examines the interplay between biological, psychological, and social factors in determining health outcomes. Health psychologists study topics such as stress, coping mechanism, health behavior, example diet, exercise, smoking, chronic illness management, patient-provider communication, and health promotion intervention. They work in healthcare settings, research institutions, and public health organizations to develop interventions aimed at improving health outcomes and quality of life. This is forensic psychology. Forensic psychology applies psychological principles to legal and criminal justice contexts. It involves conducting psychological assessments, providing expert testimony in court, conducting criminal profiling, and designing rehabilitation programs for offenders. Forensic psychologists work with law enforcement agencies, courts, correctional facilities, and mental health institutions to assess and treat individuals involved in legal proceedings. They may specialize in areas such as criminal behavior, eyewitness testimony, competency evaluations, and risk assessment. Neuropsychology focuses on understanding the relationship between the brain and behavior. It investigates how brain structure and function influences cognitive processes, emotional functioning, and behavior. Neuropsychologists assess and diagnose neurological disorders such as traumatic brain injury, stroke, dementia, and neurodevelopment disorders. They use techniques like neuroimaging, neuropsychological testing, and behavioral observation to evaluate cognitive abilities, emotional regulation, and social functioning. Neuropsychology has applications in clinical setting, research institutions, and rehabilitation centers. Experimental psychology. Experimental psychology conducts research to explore fundamental questions about human behavior and mental processes. It uses experimental methods to test hypotheses and theories, manipulate variables, and measure outcomes in controlled laboratory setting. Experimental psychologists study a wide range of topics including perception, attention, learning, memory, language, emotion, and decision making. They contribute to the advancement of psychological knowledge by designing experiments, analyzing data, and publishing their findings in scientific journals. These detailed explanations provide insight into each branch of psychology, highlighting their scope, methodologies, and practical application. They aim to educate you about the diverse areas of study within psychology and the valuable contributions they make to understanding human behavior and improving well-being. I hope you understand the branches of psychology. If you have any other query about this topic or any other topic, you can freely ask us. Thanks for watching.